365 days ago, I deleted our YouTube channel with 600,000 subscribers. And in today's video, I want to talk about why we made that decision and where we are at just a year later. So to give you the background here, I run a sports media company called Snapback Sports. We started out on Snapchat. We've got 1 million subscribers on our Snapchat channel. And I decided that it would be best if we built long-form content. Long-form content, you can connect better with your viewers. You can create in-depth content, so it's not quick 10-second Snapchats. And as you look at TikTok or even YouTube Shorts on this platform, you see the engagement level and the connection with your community at a whole nother level. So what type of content were we going to do here? And what type of content were we doing originally on YouTube? So Snapback Sports had a YouTube channel dating back 5 years. And in the first year, it was video game content during COVID. There was a brief period where I was doing NFT, NBA Top Shot sports content. There was a time where I was doing a whole mix of sports reactions, Sam Darnold trade, Aaron Rodgers to the Jets, stuff like that. And what I've come to realize on YouTube, which I'll discover and release later in this video, all my learnings, is that you need to have a unified vision. Well, meanwhile, I had been building different segmented audiences into this YouTube channel. And on top of that, YouTube Shorts launches in 2022. And knowing that we're really good at aggregation of short form content, knowing viral content, not original viral content, just crazy mascot clips or Zion Williamson's 10 best dunks. We fired that stuff up and we grew from 30,000 subscribers to 600,000 subscribers in maybe a year. I got the YouTube plaque to show for it. I mean, things felt so good. But when I finally decided, let's go and attack long form, what we found was performance was not only bad, but it was horrific. Click-through rate was 0.3%. Average view duration was a minute on 14-minute videos. And at first, we were like, okay, 1, is the content not good? 2, is the packaging not good? Packaging, this combination of thumbnail and title. And so we worked with a YouTube consultant to work through this content. And we thought it was different content ideas that might spring us forward. We thought, those 600,000 subscribers, if we could just get them to watch a long form video, that they would convert. YouTube was promising that eventually they were going to feed the short form to the long form. And they did. They have this feature where you can plug in a related video. But none of that mattered because we had not grown an organic audience. And a large part of that was probably 50% of the audience was outside of the US, and now we're doing American sports-based content. So you take all of those factors and you leave us with a channel where after 6 months of trying different content ideas, new packaging, better thumbnails, better content, and still 400 views. And the moment that I knew that we needed to start from scratch was we have this crazy video from when we were in the suite with a company that had a horse in the Kentucky Derby, and we win the Kentucky Derby. Literally front row in the suite. NBC plays the clip. It's me, my brother, the intern, Casey, and the owner of that horse. And if that video got 2,000 views, then no video was going to go viral on this channel. So a lot of people like to ask, was that a hard decision for me? It really wasn't at all, because outside of the 600,000 subscribers next to Snapback Sports on YouTube, it brought no value. You couldn't sell brand partnerships into it, couldn't advertise, couldn't sell merch, you couldn't build community there because no one was watching this shit. So fast forward November of 2023, and we work on our first video. And our first video was going to 3 games in 48 hours. And another thing that will be a learning in the rest of this video is that you have to create content you want to create. You guys know I'm the biggest sports fan in the world. And so leaving a sporting event as part of a YouTube video is not something I want to do. It's a format that works for others, but you have to be authentic in your content. So that's number 1. So we post the video. It gets a couple thousand views, which was already beating out the video from the past. But one thing that I have to share is we posted from the Snapchat account that I mentioned that has a massive following. We posted from Instagram, we posted from Twitter, trying to drum up this excitement for the new channel. The second video does not do as well, but then the third video does. The third video being a video we did about the Ravens with Marlon Humphrey, but that's another cheat code. We've been doing a podcast with Marlon on YouTube, and so a lot of that audience leaked over. So through about a month, we don't really have a good idea over whether this channel is going to be successful, but we did see the signs. And one of the benefits of doing that podcast with Marlon was we started from scratch, and YouTube is its own beast. And what I mean by that is if you have a large TikTok following, you have a large Instagram following, it does not matter on YouTube. You cannot drive enough attention and fake it. You can't do giveaways. You can't tell people to go comment and you're going to give them something or to support you. The content has to win on that platform. It's a leg up as I look at like a channel like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray started his YouTube channel. He's posted 6 videos. He's got 50,000 plus subscribers. That's because everyone knows Kyler Murray. It's easier for him on that platform. If he posts an Instagram story, hey, new vlog is live, he might get 1,000 clicks, and that might be generous, but what his videos are getting are hundreds of thousands of views. So you have to win on that platform. So we go through about a month of posting. We finally start to hit the algorithm, and then we finish up our Thursday Night Football tour. We do our big video. I went to every Thursday Night Football game and ranked them, 100,000 views, and boom. Just like that, we knew we had landed something on YouTube and that starting from scratch was going to be the right answer. So my 5 biggest takeaways from starting this new YouTube channel from scratch and being at 30,000 plus subscribers after 1 year. Number 1 is good content wins. It does not matter if you have 0 subscribers. It does not matter if you have 2 billion subscribers. Good content will win on YouTube, and the algorithm is fantastic. It's not perfect, but it's fantastic. Go look at Bleacher Report, NBA's YouTube. They'll post MLS, which has millions of subscribers. They'll post, highlights from Real Salt Lake versus, LA Galaxy, and it might get 8,000 views. And then they'll post a video from, Miami and Lionel Messi, and that might get 1 million views. The content that people want to see is the content that will be viewed on YouTube. So if you feel like you're behind the 8 ball because other companies have more resources, they have more followers, more subscribers already, you are not behind at all. There is a definite floor to those companies, and they will have a higher floor, and you might see a video flop that gets a couple hundred views. But you also have that upside potential that on YouTube it can absolutely win. Number 2, YouTube Shorts can be good. And I say can be good because we've had a bad experience with them and then we've had a good experience with them. And the type of YouTube Short that I would highly recommend is what I consider a supporting YouTube Short. What that means is it matches the type of content. So on our Snapback Sports channel, what we're doing is we're taking a hero piece of content, a 20-minute video, rating and ranking 4 categories about going to sporting events. What our supporting shorts will be are the best moments from those. What they will not be is more highlights from the game, is Zion Williamson dunking the ball when we didn't go to a Pelicans game. So YouTube Shorts can be positive. They can bring awareness. They can be top of funnel on other platforms and are nice to be able to be used on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts because it's all the same. But you cannot rely on YouTube Shorts. And what I see is a lot of TikTokers, they'll take their TikToks, they'll come to YouTube, they'll post YouTube Shorts, and then they'll try and make different content than that. That's not going to work. Number 3 is that packaging is key on YouTube. So packaging is what we describe as the title plus the thumbnail. Both of them should work off of each other. You do not need an eccentric thumbnail like we use. We see plenty of content work without that, but they must work together. And what they must do is they must tell a story, they must be easy to understand, and they have to create intrigue. And one of the things we learned, because over the last 3 years, we've done 3 content series. We went to every Monday Night Football game, we went to every Thursday Night Football game, and now we're going to college football Saturdays every single week. And why we've made that material shift into the 3rd year is because of this reason. We would go to a Thursday Night Football game. It would be Rams Seahawks. The whole week, Amazon and the NFL would be pumping it up. And by the time our video went live, because these videos take a little bit to edit, we're already on to the next Thursday night football game. No one cared about the result of Rams Seahawks. Now we've made the shift to focus on experiences. And when we go to Knoxville, Tennessee, if the game is great, that's great. The content gets even better, but it can live without it. And our second best video of the Snapback Saturdays tour this entire fall is by going to Yale versus Penn. The score was 34-7. There were 3,000 people in the seats, but the packaging was the picture of me as a nerd, and then the title was what an Ivy League football game is really like. Put yourself in the viewer's shoes. Put yourself actually scrolling YouTube and seeing what makes you stop and click into a video. Because I know for a fact, seeing how we reacted to Alabama, Georgia, which might have been the best game of the year, versus seeing what an Ivy League football game is really like, that is the more clickable video because it is intriguing, because people don't know as much about it. So think about your unique angles when you're creating your content and then package them appropriately. I said I was going to have 5 for you guys, but I kind of combined 1 and 2. Good content always wins, and the YouTube algorithm is really, really good. But the most important takeaway here is do content that you love. And what I mean by this is, like I mentioned, the first video we created on this channel, 3 games in 48 hours. That is not content I like making. And what that will lead to is 2 things. 1, burnout, and 2, a lack of authenticity, which your audience is going to see in a second. So you can use formats that work on YouTube. I want to show this differentiation. There's formats that work on YouTube that I would absolutely look at and replicate and borrow from and use as inspiration. But if those do not fit the type of content that you're going to be able to make for years and years and years, which is what this platform needs to be, which is why I'm posting this video today, to get started and show and prove that I'm going to create this type of content, then you're going to burn out. You're not going to build an audience that you want to build. And you're honestly just going to waste years of your life fostering something that you're going to put yourself on the hamster wheel that YouTube is probably trying to, you're on YouTube to free yourself from. So we were creating that type of content, and what I'm so happy with is we landed on a format that works. Now, that doesn't mean we don't have to iterate. That doesn't mean we don't have drop off at times, that we got to figure out what's the best way to present this. But we landed on a format and a mission, and that mission was go to the best, find the best sports experience in the world. And our format is we go and we rate and we rank on 4 categories: the fans and atmosphere, the food at the stadium, the uniqueness of the event, and anything that happens around it. And then a final category, which is kind of a mishmash of the gameplay in the game, the city, the stadium, any other elements that we might not be able to put a title on. We built a little algorithm, we spit out a number, and we are hard on those numbers. And so when someone lands on our channel, they know exactly what to expect. Think about walking into Burger King and not knowing if you could get a burger, right? You know exactly what's going to be on that menu. And I think that's what's nice about a unified vision on a YouTube channel and content that you want to be doing. All right, after 365 days, here's where we are at. The decision, in case you were still wondering, was an obvious decision. Now looking back after 1 year, we're at 30,000 plus subscribers, 31,000 at the time of this recording. We've had videos where we went to the NFL in Brazil, do 425,000 views. We've had videos do 1,000 views. So there's been the highs, there's been the lows, and we've invested a lot into these videos. And when you're in it every day and you post 1 video a week and it pops up as an 8 of 10 or a 4 of 10 or a 6 of 10, it's like, damn, we put in all that energy and we are just chasing more views, more subscribers, whatever it may be. But when you zoom out and you realize 30,000 subscribers in a year, that's pretty damn powerful. So we're excited about the success. We're hoping to have 100,000 by the time I do this video a year from now, but 30,000 after 1 year, we are very happy with. We had 400,000 view videos in year 1, and this could probably also be a takeaway, but this is something our consultant who we worked with talked to us about, which is you're going to gain the majority of subscribers and views from your top performers. So our #1 video going to Brazil got 400-something thousand views. Combine that with 8 other, actually, if we have videos that are doing 25K, we would need to do 16 videos to reach just the viewership on a 400,000 view video. Thus, the subscribers for that video are going to come much more because it's 16 times more views on that video. So that doesn't mean clickbait. That doesn't mean do stuff that's out of your wheelhouse. But what it does mean is it means you want to shoot for those 1% videos. Do not get used to just posting every single day. Posting every single day can be valuable if that's the type of content you want to do. But if your goal is to grow a channel, the goal should be, how do I find and spend more time on the quality over just doing quantity? We found formats that work, and I would suggest doing the same. Like I mentioned, definitely take inspiration from people. We found one, which is what blank is really like. I mentioned the Ivy League video. We did what NFL in Brazil was really like. Those are formats that work for us. We also know another format is inside X dollar stadium or facility. We went to Tennessee. We had exclusive access. We did Dallas Cowboys exclusive access. And you're probably sitting there like, well, how am I going to have access to go to the Tennessee Vols football stadium and then walk us around and, feed us gourmet food? Just take the format. Don't worry about what the content is. What being an 8th grader is really like. That could be an intriguing video. It does not always have to be this highly produced, highly edited video, but the packaging of that is intriguing to other 8th graders. What being an 8th grader at X school is really like. Another one we found is I went to blank and ranked them. So for us, it was I went to every Thursday night football game, every Monday night football game. For you, it could be I went to every one of my high school games, and here's what I found. I went to every Rutgers football game, which probably cost $10 a ticket to go in, and here was the best one, or something in that ranking formatting. Definitely learn what formats work for you and what types of styles work for you. The last thing we found after a year was what I mentioned earlier. It's a true vision and something we genuinely want to accomplish. And I just had coffee with a good friend of mine, and what he was saying was it's better to be known for something than not known for a lot of other things. And what he means by that, and what I'm trying to echo here, which is in our true vision, people know us as the guys who go to sporting events and have a great time doing it. We don't want to be known partially for betting content. We don't want to partially be known for fantasy. We don't want to be partially known for X, Y, and Z, trivia, whatever it may be. Pick something and become that person. Become the number one in that lane. You may have to do other content to supplement it the same way you might have to work a side job. So you could do YouTube in your free time before you get to a place where you can obviously, go and do that full time. But be known for something. Be known as, just off the top of my head, I can think of like the mouth guy. The guy who goes to 100 college football games in a year, traveling the world, the guy who likes sitting in nosebleeds, the guy who eats stadium food at every single stadium. Like, you can pick out, and these niches are much bigger than you would imagine, but definitely be known for something before you're trying to be known for everything. So where does this leave us after 1 year of creating on YouTube? Because we have invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into this YouTube channel. Like I said, 30,000 subscribers. We're excited about it, but our YouTube ad revenue is under $10,000. So where do we go from here? I call this our 2-phase plan at Snapback Sports. Phase 1 is build an amazing library of content to do exactly what I just said. Become the people who go to sporting events, showcase the best ones, find the number one sporting event in the world. Once we do that, I truly believe our options will be endless, but that is phase 1. Phase 2, from a business perspective, I would love to create an Expedia for sports. So we go to Wisconsin this weekend. We show the best restaurant to eat at, the best hotel to stay at, the best tailgates to be at, the best way to enjoy the game, best stadium food, best place to buy merch. And then you can go and book through us your tickets, your flights, your hotels, your restaurant reservations, whatever it may be. In my opinion, that's something far down the road for us, because right now I'm so focused on creating this amazing library of content that will allow us to do that in the future. And it's a lot of investment with very little return right now. But my belief is that YouTube is the platform of the future. That's why I'm posting this video today, and I'm excited to look 5 years, 10 years down the line and see how everything turned out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more, and we'll see you next time. Peace.